Well, let's continue our coverage now of President Trump's visit to Texas and bring in RNC senior advisor Danielle Alvarez. Great to have you in studio with us, Danielle. Obviously, you and I have known each other a very long time. I don't think President Trump and Mrs. Trump get nearly enough credit that they deserve for when they do these kinds of trips. I've been on some of them with them on the campaigns and in the White House. People, it lights up a room. It provides hope in such a time of tragedy when they go to these kinds of things, and they're so great at it.
That's exactly right, and this is the exact type of leadership that our nation needs. It's the right type of hope that these first responders and these victims' family need, to know that the entire country is behind them as we search for the final 170 missing individuals, as we make sure that government is doing these search and rescue operations and is responding to make sure to help this part of our country rebuild. We saw the president do this in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. He was, boots on the ground first there. And I really think that it is impactful to see the leader of our nation, our commander-in-chief, on the ground with the great people of Texas.
But, of course, Democrats are, have come out giving every criticism they can of the president. First it was, why isn't he there sooner? Why is he waiting a whole week? Well, he's waiting a whole week because he said he doesn't want to get in the way of the search and rescue operation. That's the most important thing, is finding these people. Some they have found alive, but again, we keep hearing every criticism, the blame game about how it's his fault because of DOJ cuts. Again, that's false as well.
Well, Democrats will always politicize what President Trump does, and the reality is he's an incredible leader. As you pointed out, he waited to make sure that these search and rescue missions can take place. Obviously, any time that the President of the United States makes a movement, it is much more complicated than just showing up, but it is important for him to be there for the hope and the resources that will have been there and will follow as a result of the federal government stepping in, FEMA stepping in, and of course, we see a lot of brotherhood happening. I was reading a story this morning where our great governor in our home state in Florida was sending resources to Texas, too. I know that that's happening all over the country, and I'm proud to see us uniting as Americans and supporting Texans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's too bad Democrats can't get on board. I mean, I'm already hearing the Democrats. We saw it during the first administration. I remember when he went to Puerto Rico, and he was literally having a great time, throwing the paper towels to the folks. They were having a blast, and he got criticized for that. I mean, they will find any reason to criticize him that they can find, even if it's not true.
But it's irrelevant because nobody takes Democrats seriously. They're an embarrassment to their party at this point, and we really need to focus on the people. That's what the president does, and that's why he is such a great leader.
And him bringing Melania with him as well. And we've been talking all morning about how genuine they are in these moments. This is not a photo opportunity for them. You know the president. Could you elaborate a little bit about what these kind of moments? This is not easy, to be commander-in-chief during a time of crisis, but this is something that he and Melania seem to do so well.
They do it incredibly, and I think that the First Lady has such grace, and she's such humanizing moments when she has interactions with families and children. We saw in the last few weeks, her visiting a children's hospital in the Washington, D.C. area. And she just brings such a soft touch. I think she's a great foot forward for the first family, for the president. And I love seeing them together. I think our nation loves to see them together. She doesn't always come out, but in moments like this, she's such a great partner for the president and such a beautiful First Lady. And I think the families love to welcome her and embrace her.
Yeah. And she lights up every room, but I have always been taken by kids. They just absolutely gravitate to her. And when I think of the survivors of that Christian girls camp, if she gets a chance to see them, I don't know if she will today or not, but just thinking those young girls to see the First Lady of the United, what a role model right there. And she just excites people whenever she walks into a room.
And we know that this will be the first visit, but I anticipate that the administration, as they did again with previous disasters like Hurricane Helene, will stay focused until the recovery efforts are done. And so we will see them very engaged. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that he is the commander-in-chief and that we have this type of leadership from the White House.
Absolutely. Danielle, it's always great having you with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Come back anytime.